Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. The U.S. military is one of the largest consumers of ammunition in the world. Across its various branches, the United States uses hundreds of millions of rounds of ammunition every single year through live fire exercises, marksmanship training, and real combat scenarios. In 2018 alone, the U.S. Army requested more than 238 million small caliber rounds. While this rampant use of ammo is seen as essential to military training, it can also cause some problems. Since the bullets themselves cannot be retrieved, the primary issue is with cartridge casings. On military training grounds and in other areas, spent casings can quickly pile up. Most of these casings are made of brass, an alloy of copper and zinc. Though it offers some corrosion resistance, it will eventually start to tarnish when exposed to moisture. If spent ammunition casings are not properly managed, they can pose significant safety hazards. Among other things, they can release toxic metals into the water and soil. Beyond that, they simply represent a vast amount of waste. In order to save money and minimize the potentially dangerous effects of corroding ammo casings, the military has set up several recycling programs focused specifically on ammunition. This is extremely beneficial, as recycled casings can be melted down and reformed into new casings, bullets, or other metal products. Given the sheer number of bullets used by the military each year, recycling not only helps to reduce waste, but also lessens demand for new raw materials. The recycling process starts with collection. After exercises involving live or blank rounds, spent bullet casings are collected from firing ranges, military training grounds, and other locations where firearms are used. At this point, they will generally be sorted into caliber or type. These will be placed in pallets for further sorting back at the munitions depot. Dirt and debris will be removed, and, most importantly, any misfires or live ammunition will also be removed. Any non-brass elements, such as steel, will be separated so that they can be recycled on their own. The brass will then be put through a deformer, which is later sold back to manufacturers, thus bringing extra money into the base. Some military installations actually have a spent brass sorter device, which can accurately sort more than 5,000 spent rounds per hour. Not only will it evaluate whether or not the bullet has been fired, but it can also identify different calibers with ease, thus drastically speeding up the recycling process. Though they come in a vast array of sizes and calibers, Most projectile rounds are manufactured the same way. They all contain the essential elements of projectile: casing, propellant, and primer. Nonetheless, the production process is extremely precise, with manufacturers having to balance the use of high-quality components with maximum efficiency. The use of recycled brass contributes significantly to both goals. Not only is it cheaper than extracting and processing new raw materials, but it retains 99% of its functionality if recycled properly. During production, the casing material is drawn into cups and then formed into casings through a series of stamping and drawing operations. These casings then undergo special heat treating, which involves annealing, normalizing, and sometimes quenching and tempering, thus reducing any internal stresses. Next, they are shaped into their final form and provided with primer pockets. From here, the propellant will be installed, and the projectile will be mechanically seated into the top of the casing. At the Bluegrass Army Depot in Richmond, Kentucky, highly trained explosive materials handlers work on a production line to produce reliable, cost-effective munitions for the U.S. military. In this case, the team is working to renovate a 155mm projectile. The 155mm weapons are primarily used in artillery systems, including the M777 howitzer and the M109 self-propelled howitzer. They are quite versatile because they can be equipped with various warheads depending on the tactical situation. Rather than being made of brass, the shell casings for the 155mm are predominantly made of steel. This ensures maximum durability. During the renovation process, each 155mm projectile undergoes a thorough inspection to determine its condition. Providing nothing needs to be replaced, the renovation process will proceed. First, the shell body is sandblasted to remove rust and old paint. From here, it can be repainted to meet military specifications. This is crucial, as the different colors and markings on the shell help soldiers identify the type of munition. Paint markings include the lot number, manufacturer, and date of production, which are essential for inventory management. Finally, most military-grade paints include some form of corrosion resistance, which can help extend the life of the shell. A variety of different stencils and elements are used to apply the identifying markings in a bright, highly visible color. Once the renovation is complete, the shells are properly marked and carefully packed for shipping to the appropriate military unit. Each of these projectiles weighs around 100 pounds. so they must be carefully and tightly packed into wooden racks to ensure they reach their destination safely. They will also be clearly marked as ready for firing to ensure they are handled properly throughout their journey. The Bluegrass Army Depot covers a total of 14,000 acres. It is one of the main locations responsible for the receipt, storage, issue, maintenance, renovation, and demilitarization of what are known as conventional munitions. This is the term used for traditional weapons that do not include nuclear elements. Through its efforts, the BGAD can drastically reduce military expenditures. By renovating and refurbishing existing munitions, the depot can extend its usable life, delaying the need for costly new purchases from weapons manufacturers. Weapons are not the only things capable of being refurbished into like-new condition. For years now, the Humvee, short for High Mobility Multi-Purpose Wheeled Vehicle, has been a cornerstone of the U.S. military's ground transportation fleet. However, their position on the front lines also means that they can suffer a lot of damage. At the Humvee Recapitalization Production Facility at Texas's Red River Army Depot, skilled repair technicians work to restore older vehicles to like-new condition, ensuring they remain operational and effective for military use. In fact, the facility can produce as many as 40 completely refurbished Humvees per day. Of course, refurbishing existing vehicles is far less expensive than manufacturing new ones from scratch, making the RRAD a crucial part of the military's cost-saving initiatives. But it's far from the only one. Letterkenny Army Depot in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, specializes in repairing, refurbishing, and upgrading a wide range of military equipment. At any given time, the LEAD team may evaluate and rebuild anything from tactical vehicles to missile systems to ground support equipment. One of its greatest resources is the blue light optical scanner, which can be used for detailed inspection of components, easily detecting defects, wear, and any potential dimensional inaccuracies. All in all, the U.S. military's recycling efforts encompass a wide range of materials and can save taxpayers billions of dollars every year. Though high-cost items like Humvees and weapons turrets dramatically benefit the refurbishment efforts, even smaller items like shell casings and tires can add up to significant savings by reducing the need for new raw materials, lowering disposal costs, and promoting environmental sustainability. In fact, military vehicles often rely on large, durable tires that can be retreaded and repaired multiple times. Each refurbishment alone can save up to 30% over the cost of a new tire. Ultimately, it's just one more way the U.S. military strives for efficiency and excellence. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content.